This is Cheryl Morgan in Auckland, New Zealand. I'm at this year's New Zealand National Science Fiction Convention, but I'm actually going to be talking now to Kelly and Daphne, who are from the convention committee of next year's New Zealand convention, the one that they're hoping lots of people are going to come to because it's taking place the weekend before the Worldcon in Melbourne. Now, your convention is going to be in Wellington, right?
That's right, New Zealand's capital city.
And the home of the Hurricanes.
So, not my area of expertise.
Yes.
Never mind.
Kelly doesn't believe in sport.
Yeah, well, most of my listeners don't believe in sport either, but I'm Welsh and I understand rugby. Thank you very much. Okay, so Wellington, the weekend before the Melbourne Worldcon, and you're hoping that lots of people are going to drop in on the way.
Yep, that's the plan, and we've already had a few sign-ups from overseas and other people expressing interest, so yeah, it's...
people coming from the American continent, the New Zealanders on the way to Australia, so that makes it very convenient in a lot of ways.
And if you're doing a round-the-world trip, you can go in either direction and come by New Zealand first.
Anyway, Wellington's fun to hang out with. It's
right.
Weird.
And New Zealand's got beautiful scenery, it's definitely worth seeing.
Yeah, we believe it looks a little bit like Middle-earth, is that true?
Just a little, yeah.
Everybody in Wellington has at least one friend who worked on that movie, or was in that movie.
The real New Zealand doesn't have quite so many ancient ruins.
The chick who used to be lead singer in my band was like 678th elf from the left in one of the battle scenes, kind of thing. And I was one of the orcs. Remember, did I tell you, Meredith and I were at that cricket match and Peter Jackson came on the field and said, make orc noises, and he recorded it.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah, and that's what happens when, the advance on Helm's Deep in the movie.
So this is the first time I've actually interviewed an orc.
Etc., etc.
Very good. Yeah.
Not as good as those Norwegian death metal bands.
Or indeed Lordi, who are Finnish.
Scandinavia, what's up with that? Hello, Scandinavians.
No, you mustn't say that Finland is Scandinavia. That sounds something rotten, that does. But it's all right. I will square things with my Finnish friends.
Look, if they want to come to New Zealand personally to give me a slapping, well, buy a subscription to Au Contraire 2010 and we'll talk about it.
Right, now that was what I was going to ask you about. Au Contraire. This is a French convention in New Zealand with musketeers or something?
Well, we're looking for a bit of a swashbuckling type theme, but it was just an idea for a con name that appealed to us.
Part of it is that we are trying to do something a little bit different at this con. What we've noticed is there's a split in what you might call science fiction fandom. There's the older generation of fans who go to conventions like this, and there are the younger generations of fans who are home watching this on YouTube, who they're in the live journal communities, they're on fanfiction.net, they're swapping, those fan videos with each other, but they would just not see an organised science fiction convention as something that includes them. Well, we aim to fix that. So this is going to be, this is going to be a new departure. This is going to be the convention that smashes the two halves of fandom together and hopefully achieves a critical mass that may either save or destroy the world. Either is good.
Apocalypse is always fun.
Yeah.
You're making me so happy.
Yeah. And we've got the other three members of Concom in their 20s. We've got
we're the old ladies.
Indeed. So we've got younger people on board who know how to get in touch with a new audience.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so do you need anime fans? Are you going to do cosplay?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. This chick's the champion of cosplay, man. She's got a Vorlon costume. It's spooky, man.
Talking of which, by the way, you are slightly oddly dressed. No, that's perfectly normal convention wear, actually, Kelly, but I should explain to our listeners that we're actually at a pajama party ice cream reception, which is why Daphne is wearing her pajamas.
Well, actually, I dress like this most of the time, but yeah.
Well,
it's a good excuse.
And a few other things.
Yeah, a few other bits and
You never
pieces.
go anywhere without that cloak, huh?
Yeah, not fake.
She walks down the street in Wellington and the little kid's called a Batman.
So, anything else that people can especially look forward to on coming to Wellington?
Well, Wellington's an incredibly weird city. It's like a bonsai San Francisco. You've got hills, you've got cable cars, you've got any number of weird persons roaming the streets. And, you know, this is going to, like, triple the amount of weird people on the streets at the convention. I mean, the convention itself is held in at a hotel right smack dab in the middle of Wellington. And when people get there, we pretty much, I mean, I've gone on the internet, I've seen how things happen at Worldcon, at the big things in the States where everybody has a good time and things get a bit out of hand. Well, we're going to do that Southern Hemisphere style, aren't we?
Oh yeah, that's definitely the plan.
Yeah, and people get plenty warmed on from there and go on to Worldcon. You're going to Worldcon, aren't you?
That's the plan, yep.
Yeah,
I can afford it.
Yeah, same with me. And then, and you know, it'll be just like a rolling snowball of fandom going across the world and crushing everything in its path.
Excellent. Right. Are either of you going to come to Montreal?
Would very much like to, but no, it's outside our budget. This year's Worldcon.
Oh yeah, outside my budget, unfortunately. But
yeah, I did go to the Worldcon in Japan a couple of years back, and that was a great deal of fun.
Alrighty. I was reading your progress report. I'm very impressed, by the way, that you've got a progress report out a year ahead. That's good going.
Doesn't mess around.
And I notice you also have a convention charity.
Yes, that's right. That's the Cats Protection League. We serve our feline overlords.
Absolutely, and that should get you well in with most of fandom.
We didn't just raise the idea of having a panel at the con, puppies versus kittens, who's there?
Yeah, but that wouldn't really work. Kittens would obviously win.
Exactly, yes, there'd be no point in having that panel.
Ooh, if Jessica was here, she'd give you an evil look for that. We have dog people and cat people. We're not biased. We even have a snake person.
Oh, she likes cats as well as snakes, so.
Yeah, well, cats are pretty much furry snakes.
Good, excellent. Well, it sounds like people are going to have a wonderful time in Wellington next year, and the more the merrier. A little bit about travel. Most of the airlines, I believe, stop off here in Auckland, so they'll have to connect through to Wellington. Is that true?
There are some direct flights from Wellington to Australia to Melbourne, so you may need to go through Auckland depending on your arrangements, but it's not. You can probably leave straight from Wellington.
Yeah, and there are plenty of cool ways. Like if you're coming in Auckland, what you can do is you can take the train down to Wellington. That'll take you during daylight hours, but you get to see the beautiful scenery of the middle of the North Island, volcanoes, and what else is in the middle of the North Island apart from volcanoes?
Farms.
Yeah, sheep. If
Trolls.
you like sheep. Yeah.
Trolls, medieval ruins, wizards' towers.
Corrugated iron dog.
Can you see that from the railway track?
I don't know, but you can do that. There's a town. There's a town in the a third of the way down the North Island, where all the streets on all the main drag is covered with examples of corrugated iron. There is a huge corrugated iron dog, and it is soulless, and it will come for you in the night. So I think it gets bigger every year because the locals feed it with the blood of tourists. I mean, no, come down, come.
Yeah.
We are friendly in this country. Kelly, show them how friendly we are.
Alrighty, so it sounds like the train is definitely the way to get from Auckland to Wellington.
It's a good time.
I certainly like the look of it. It's pretty cheap as well, as I remember. So basically, everybody out there from USA, Canada, Britain, and everybody else that's coming to Melbourne, come to New Zealand first.
Bienvenue en Nouvelle-Zélande, bienvenidos en Nueva Zelanda. I'm trying to figure out how many more languages I know how to say.
And in Orcish.
New girando ni yoroshiku.
Okay, lovely. Kelly and Daphne, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Aye.